Hello and welcome to my channel. Welcome to this video about Baldur's Gate 3, kind of an introduction to myself and a brief overview of some of the origin characters that'll be available in Baldur's Gate 3. Myself, I am DA186 or DA186 Games. You can find me across multiple platforms under that name. And as far as my channel goes, I have done some football manager videos, some out of the park baseball videos in the past, but have kind of the channel has kind of fallen by the wayside a little bit, and I wanted to restart it with the coming of Baldur's Gate 3. It's right around the corner, scheduled to be released in just a couple of days, this coming Thursday, in fact. So, with that being said, Baldur's Gate 3 is the spiritual successor to Baldur's Gate 1 and 2 from the late 90s, early 2000s. And it seems to really be a revolutionizing the CRPG genre. Predominantly on this channel, there will be Let's Play videos of my Baldur's Gate 3 playthroughs that will also be live streamed on Twitch, but with possibly some additional videos about the build that I'm using, or where to find maybe some spoiler stuff, like where to find really good pieces of equipment or other kind of secrets along the lines, something like that. So we'll kind of play that a little bit by ear and see what happens. But again, thank you for watching this video. And part of Baldur's Gate 3 is you play as a custom character that you create yourself, or one of the origin characters that they have created for you that are part of the story. And so what would be an RPG without knowing who you are role playing as, or who your companions are going to be? So we'll take a quick brief look at those, and then maybe talk for a minute about what the rest of the plans are for my Baldur's Gate 3 playthroughs. So first off, we have Astarion, who is a vampire spawn. Vampire spawn would be fun. He's a rogue. As his default class, you will be able to change some aspects of his class through, or some aspects of the character rather, through respecing that is available in the game. But Astarion prowled the night as a vampire spawn for centuries, forced to follow the orders of his sadistic master Cazador, seduce every fool with a pulse, and lure them back to Cazador's lair. Free for now, Astarion will do anything to keep his life in the light. He can see but one way to ensure his liberty for good, become many times more powerful than his old abuser could ever dream of being. His body is forever tainted by the intricate patterned scarring Cazador carved upon his back, and the elder vampire seems set on sending out waves of hunters seeking to capture his last spawn. So Astarion is kind of an intriguing character, and I think he's a very popular character amongst the Baldur's Gate 3 community, as far as somebody who they want him to be one of their companions, want him are glad that he's a romance option, that kind of thing. He seems definitely to be more on the evil side of the spectrum, although while there's no alignment within Baldur's Gate 3, you can definitely tell that character's moral compass leans one way or the other, and Astarion definitely seems to lean more towards the self-serving evil side of things. Gale is a wizard prodigy, in fact, according to Larian Studios. What's a god to a world-class wizard? Gale was once a formidable archmage in Waterdeep, but pushed his relationship with the goddess Mistra too far. Failing to usurp his former lover's godhood, the goddess stole Gale's magics away and cursed him with the Netherese orb. a dangerous artifact with enough magical potential energy in it to level a city if it were allowed to escape. Beyond learning the lesson for his hubris, Gale has now become beset with concern for the danger he poses to others around him, and is worried that if he undergoes ceramorphosis, the angry orb could imperil countless lives if he can't neutralize it first. So yeah, I mean, he's a wizard. The wizard class is very utilitarian. You can kind of make it play a lot of different types of roles within Baldur's Gate, but there's some fun interactions with him, especially if you play as the Dark Urge, who we'll cover here in just a moment. Lae'zel is the Githyanki fighter who, spoiler alert, you meet first on the ship in the intro, or the prologue tutorial phase of the game. We'll call it that. But she's a fighter, ferocious warrior, crashed down to the Sword Coast from the stars. Lae'zel is a fierce warrior, even by the standards of militant Githyanki society. When faced with the possibility of becoming a mind flayer, the monster she has dedicated her life to defeating, she must prove her worth and earn the right to rejoin her people. If they don't, execute her first. Will Lae'zel's strength and determination be enough to prove herself to Queen Vlaakith, or must she walk another path in exile? Next is Shadowheart, is a cleric, or at least initially is a cleric. Again, you can multi-class these characters. You can respec these characters up to a certain point. I think it has been mentioned that there's a couple things about the characters that you can't change, but you can respec all or most of the aspects of these characters, despite some parts of their character being critical to the story behind their origin. But nonetheless, loyal warrior, a devoted cleric of Shar, goddess of darkness and loss, Shadowheart agreed to have her memories wiped as part of a holy mission. Now its sole survivor, she must deliver a powerful relic back to her kin in order to win Shar's love and have her memories restored. But all the while, she is tormented by a strange, painful magic that she struggles to understand. So this is definitely a bit of an intriguing story. The part, especially the part about having her memories wiped to go on this mission for Shar. Again, I think Shadowheart is generally a pretty popular character, and she also plays a fairly crucial role in your party composition as kind of the main healing companion that's available if you choose not to play as a character that can heal yourself with your own custom origin character. Will, whose story we don't actually know much about now because his character from early access has been, many aspects of it have been rewritten. So we're not sure entirely how that's going to play out. Will we even find him in the same place in the full release of the game? We just don't know. We'll find out when the game releases in full on Thursday. But Will is a warlock, a living legend, from a scion of a famed Baldurian house to a life of adventure on the road. Will's life as the monster hunter called the Blade of Frontiers has made him one of the beating hearts of the Sword Coast. While he has done great deeds for the coast people, the source of his power remains secret. The Cambion Mizora drew Will into a warlock's pact in a moment with many lives at stake, and cursed him with the duty of hunting her enemies. Mizora only asks Will to sacrifice devilish creatures to her, but a Cambion's ambitions are ever fickle, and Will wishes to escape the pact before its price grows cruel. So I think a lot of people, he was kind of the least favorite companion of the ones that were available in early access. So it'll be interesting to see what kind of changes they make to his story and if that makes him a more popular character. And now Karlach is one that we did not get to see in early access. The character of Karlach was there in early access, but was not somebody that was at the moment able to join your party. and they've kind of revamped her character art pretty significantly from what we saw at the beginning of early access, and she's been added as a full companion in the coming full release. Karlach is a tiefling barbarian, the fury of Avernus. Fresh escaped from hell, Karlach is finally free of the archdevil Zariel, but not from the internal engine Zariel planted in her chest. With her first taste of freedom in 10 years, Karlach is eager to find a fix for the engine that's burning hotter and hotter before it burns her out completely. But even more premier in her mind, exploring, finding like-minded travelers, falling in love or lust, and taking revenge on the man who sold her to Zariel all those years ago. So I think this will be a very popular character, especially as a barbarian. She's going to be a primary damage dealer for a lot of people's parties. And then finally, the most intriguing of all of the characters, while this is not technically a companion, this is an origin type of story that you can create a custom character for, called the Dark Urge. It says sorcerer here, but again, that's not correct. You remember nothing but a path paved with blood. Unimaginable cruelty whispers to you from within. Can you escape it? Would you even want to? So this is a custom origin character that you can customize into any class, any race that you want, and it's not a full companion like you would play or that you would have join your party, but it is one that you can start with and kind of make your own. And you have these dark urges that you are trying to deal with, and that you are trying to find the source of, and you can fight them or you can give completely into them. So this kind of gives you a really solid base to play from if you were wanting to play as an evil playthrough and kind of explore your lost memories, explore why you have these dark urges, and embrace these dark urges and maybe become, the ultimate bad guy. We don't know. We'll find out more about that again in the full release. And I'm very interested in playing as the Dark Urge, although I think I'm going to follow Sven's advice and not have the Dark Urge be my first playthrough. That was something that he kind of advised, that people play as a custom character of their own on full release first, to kind of fully explore the story that they've written and the environment that they've created, the setting that they've created, so that they know kind of get a better idea, a broader overview of all of the things that there are to explore. Now, I haven't decided what class I'm going to play yet on Thursday. I have a few ideas. I really like some kind of monk and druid combo. I also might do a necromancer wizard. Sounds kind of fun to try. And as does maybe a full druid circle of moon utilizing beast shape. There's also like Gloomstalker Ranger and Assassin is a very powerful combo. But I'll be exploring all of that and more starting on Thursday. There will be links below in the description on where to find me. But that will be on Twitch as soon as I can, starting with the 11 a.m. release of the game. Hopefully we can get it downloaded and installed quickly. So yeah, we'll be taking a closer look at all of the classes on Thursday that are available, and deciding what race and class combo I'm going to be then. So be sure to follow the channel here on YouTube. Be sure to follow the channel on Twitch and tune in there if you're interested in seeing more of these type of videos. Let me know if you're interested in the Let's Play video that'll be coming up, as I which will basically be a lightly edited version of my streams that will be uploaded here. If you can't tune in to the live streams, you can always follow the channel here and keep up that way. So thank you for watching. Again, I'm DA186. You can check me out here on YouTube. You can check me out on Twitch. I've also got a Discord that you can join. But thank you for watching, and have a great day.